I like the strawberries. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, not for $5.99. I'm getting excited for my tea party. I cleared off the table and I started to add in the items that are going to be included in my afternoon tea themed live show that I'm going to have on Niknax.net. Make sure to pop on over there and get registered. Put all your information in, a payment method, and then you can participate in buying things on the live sale through the auction process, or you can look through all the buy it now items and see if there's anything special that you'd like to have. I just keep adding more and more items to my afternoon tea themed show for my live sale on Niknax.net. I added the tiered tray because of course you have to have a tiered tray if you're having afternoon tea. I have more items to list. I want to make sure that I have way more than I need. I want to be able to run this show multiple times. I'm going to have things off to the side, and as things sell, I can move those off the table and put the new items in. I have two sales, one on eBay and one on Etsy. My eBay sale is right here. It is all of these little bowls and plates from Pier 1. And then way back over here, that glass Cubist pineapple candy dish is what sold on Etsy. Look how pretty those look. This is the Pier 1 Poppy bowls and plates. These are the salad plates. The bowls can be used for dessert, cereal, soup, anything you can think of. I did pay up for these. And there was 2 more plates, but I already sold those. You would have seen that earlier in another video. I paid $16.82 for this set of 8 dishes. And I sold them on eBay for $57.50 plus shipping. I'm going to need a pretty big box to ship these. Right next to the Pier 1 items is my pineapple. It is a candy dish. It comes apart and then you turn this over. So it's technically 2 candy dishes. It's the Cubist pattern. I got this at a thrift store for $2.99. And I sold it for $25 plus shipping on Etsy. And I'm currently not running any sales. I usually run a lot of sales in my Etsy shop. I just haven't gotten around to it for January here. It's been a bit rough out there. I ran my afternoon tea live sale at different times of the day, twice on Sunday and once on Monday morning, and I didn't sell anything. It's kind of weird. If I was doing vintage variety and had these same things, I think they would sell. I don't know what is going on. I'm a little confused because I see teacups sell all the time and other vintage items. So I did sell things on my first show. I sold 5 items out of my buy it now, but it wasn't the items I was actually running on my live auction. So I want to go get those items and show them to you. So I did make sales. So it wasn't like I didn't make any sales at all. I did. It's just that people were buying out of the buy it now and not what I was actually showing them. Now, not every live sale is going to be successful. And you got to roll with the punches. It's what they say, like when you're in sales or if you're in an organization where you're just trying to drive sales and things like that, is don't trip over rabbit turds. Let me show you all the items that I sold out of the Buy It Now. I sold the pair of Hoot Hoot Owl drinking glasses. I sold the Avon Parakeet. It's an old perfume or cologne bottle. So cool looking. It's got a plastic head but a glass body. And then I sold these two items that are for St. Patrick's Day. This is a little vase. It's like a made in Japan little vase or pitcher. To me, you would put like flowers in it, so it looks more like a vase with a handle, but I guess that technically makes it a pitcher. And then this is a Czechoslovakian Bohemian bell. It's etched with the shamrock on it. Has a little crystal, little dinger in there with a clear handle. And then I also sold this round tablecloth. This is made by J.C. Penney's. It's like 72-inch round tablecloth. Of the items that sold, my total cost of goods on those are $13.17, and I sold them for $44 plus shipping. These boxes have been taking up a lot of room in my emporium. You want to know what's in the boxes? It's not Christmas decorations. It's all vintage items. And it takes up a lot of room between the box, the bubble wrap, all of that. But once you get it all unwrapped, it takes up so much less room. And of course, I have to get it listed. Oh, and then I can get some of my packing material back too. These are all items that I had in my booth. See the little tags on them? So once I get these out, I can put these boxes down in the basement. It'll free up room in my emporium. It already freed up room, just me bringing them over here to film this. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have that space back now. And I've been wondering about where items are. I'm like, where is this? I've been looking all over for this, and then I'm like, wait a sec. When I packed up my booth, I had these two boxes and a bag full of items. So I want to get all of those items out, get those tags up, clean them up if they need a little cleaning, if they're a little dusty or anything like that, and get them relisted back into eBay and Etsy and Poshmark, and possibly into a live show on Niknax.net. That's the plan. There is all kinds of items in here. Once I get them all unwrapped, I can go over them really quickly because there's a lot of new people on my channel. Welcome in to my channel. Appreciate all my new subscribers. So if you've been with me for years, you would have seen this more than once. But if you're just joining in, it's all new to you. As I'm digging down through the layers, then I'm like, oh yes, I kind of forgot about this item. And I need to get this listed up as soon as possible because we're in January and Valentine's is coming up really quickly. So I got back all of my bubble wrap that was in that box, and it's pink. I need that so much. And there was only 5 items in that box. It was taking up so much room. This is a heart-shaped trinket box. It's really large and has Cupid on there. This is a ceramic bowl that is designed by, or at least endorsed by, Eva Mendes for España. It's called Jardine. Just love the pattern on that. Oh, you can see the prices I had on it. Then I have this like spoon rest or trinket dish shaped like an apple. This is some, I think it's Shenango, right? Yeah, Shenango restaurant ware, the little bread plates. And then this ceramic donkey is one of those vintage table lamps, but it's also a planter. So you could put a plant in here. But it's really a display piece at this point. I don't know that I would trust this vintage wiring. Look at the, let me show you the plug. That is kind of scary. I would not plug this in. I've been wondering where this was for the longest time. And I knew this was in one of the boxes somewhere. And this was another item. I'm like, where did that go? Where did that go? Completely forgetting that I had taken it to my booth, which I no longer have, and I brought everything back. And some of the items I was able to list up right away, and then a whole bunch of items in those 2 boxes and the bag have been waiting for me to come back to it. So now I have come back to it. Not too many items in here. It's just this pitcher, and I have the platter to this. This got separated from its platter. Pie server. And then I have this Hazel Atlas piece. That is, I believe, Starbucks, right? Yeah, this is a vintage Starbucks pitcher. And, oh, I see some gold drip in here. Leaf. Oh, and the shell. So those are my other, was it 1, 2, 3, 4 items that was in that box. Oh my goodness, that was taking up so much room. And now I get to list it again and hopefully sell it and move it on out. And here is that bag of items. I think it's going to be full of tissue paper and packing material. These are little snowman mugs, which of course I don't have listed up and couldn't sell them during Christmas. Oh, here's some more mugs. Now some items, like they were on my Etsy shop and I knew I'd brought them back, but they had expired because the listings in there only last for about 4 months in Etsy. So when I knew they were back here and out of my booth, I did relist these. So these are listed at least on one platform. That only worked for a few items. Boy, I could use all this tissue paper. Kind of glad I'm doing this now. I love the color of these. These are made in Japan, 4 vintage turquoise mugs. Oh, it broke. Oh no, that's what you don't want. Oh my goodness. So this was already, yeah, that's why it broke. See, it was already either chipped or repaired or something like that. Oh, so that is going, and I've been wondering where this glass has been. And these plates, just love those. And then, yeah, here's the pink ones. So it's ironic. I was saying I was going to list these up and put them into that show with all my teacups and things. And I was down in my basement, you know, the annex where I have things. And I'm like, those plates aren't down here. In fact, I haven't seen them in a long time. Here they are. I kept saying I was going to list them. There's that broken piece. And I don't think, oh, nope, there's some more. No, that's just packing material. What else is over here? Oh, another vase. Oh, that is so pretty. I can feel some, oh, this is, oh, I remember this. Yeah, it's like a, it's a wall hang with this Italian theme to it. Oh, there's something else under here. What is under here? Oh my goodness. The Valentine's plates. These are Pier 1 Valentine's doggy plates. I had a set of 4 of these. And I put 2 on eBay, which sold immediately, and I put these into my booth, and they didn't sell. I got to get these listed ASAP because I know these will sell. The link to my eBay store and all of my other platforms that I'm on is down in my link tree. I got the Valentine's Day plates listed up and this spode casserole dish. I'm not going to let a little bit of flurries keep me from going thrifting today. These are cute little vintage salt and peppers. It says compliments of booth 81. Uh-oh, somebody's booth items got donated. They're in a rough shape on the top of them. And those stoppers. And they want $3.99 for them. Some more salt and pepper shakers, but nothing special. Little milk glass base back there. Little votive holder. That's a sizable mug. It's modern. It says Cypress Home. Paisley. I almost said Paoli. That's where I used to live in that area. Well, work in that area, I should say, in Pennsylvania. There's some tall shot glasses. The buck stops here. Harry Truman. That's kind of fun. I like this stoneware covered butter dish with the fall leaves on it. So that's in the cart. Oh, I like the strawberries. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, not for $5.99. Very pretty. I thought this was funny. It says, "Is butterbeer a carb?" This was the Christmas aisle, completely cleared out. I guess it all goes to the bins, hopefully, or maybe the landfill, who knows. A few Christmas items here and there. I saw this paperweight on an end cap, and somebody was like right next to me as if she was going to reach over and grab it. I added this holiday plate to my cart. I'm pretty happy with my finds. At the moment, I have 3 items in there. With some of the aisles being completely empty, there wasn't too much to look at. Here are my items all wrapped up. My total spend was $14, and I will tell you more in the haul when I get home. It's time for the haul from the Goodwill. Got everything all unwrapped, and this is something a bit of a surprise, as well as the paperweight there. It has Mama Bear with Baby Bear on it. It is a Christmas plate. And I know we're all done with Christmas. And I normally would have not looked at this because it says Better Homes and Gardens. I would have turned this over and been like, no, not even going to look it up. But I was watching another YouTuber, Primrose Collectibles, and she found one. And she looked it up and said how much they go for, surprisingly. So per plate, these go between $20 and $25. They all have different animals on them. Some have horses, deer. Like there's a whole set of these. I'm not sure all the other animals, but there's a whole bunch of these plates. And they're all collectible. So I recognized it right away just from watching her video. That's why I like watching other resellers when they're sourcing, or if they're doing haul videos, or if they're selling items. That's why I like watching all the different resellers, because even they are surprised, even if they've been reselling for a long time, or, you know, maybe these were out of favor 10 years ago. Maybe this was not something to pick up 10 years ago, but now it is. trends change. What people are looking for changes. So I'm pretty happy with that. How much did I pay for that? Yeah, $3.99. Not bad. Well, not bad. I would never pay $4 a plate for anything, except for if it goes for $20, $25 by itself. This paperweight, I was kind of done walking around the thrift store, but there was a couple aisles that I hadn't gotten down because there was people in them, and I hadn't really looked at the end caps of those aisles. And I was like, oh, I think I'm wasting time here. I just need to get home and, always be listing and things like that. And I thought, let me just look really quickly. As I'm looking at the one end cap, this was on here. I wasn't able to film it because right as I saw it, this young girl who had been all over the store and we kept running into each other came right up on me. I think she saw it the same time I did. And I immediately reached out for it. I took pictures. I kind of like blocked the shelf with my body so I could be real close to it. And so I looked it up because it's very weird. It's a paperweight. It's got all these bubbles in it, but it has a hole in the top. And then when you turn it over, it has a giant hole in the bottom. And I was like, at first I picked it up and turned it over. I'm like, is it a candle holder? But that's a bubble on the bottom. So you wouldn't be able to put a candle in this because it wouldn't sit flat. You wouldn't be able to burn a candle. And I'm like, well, this is the edge. You can tell that's the edge that you would sit it down like this. $3.99 for this. And then it has this. So I looked it up and I learned that it is a paperweight bud vase. And I saw where people put like an artificial flower in there. Somebody also said it is for a pen. Like when you're at your desk, like that could be the paperweight and you put a pen in there. I would not put a pen in there because it could possibly put ink marks down in there, and it would be impossible to clean that out. I would not put a pen in there. Like, no, I just wouldn't. And I wouldn't put a real flower either, only an artificial flower, because one, you wouldn't be able to get a lot of water in there, and two, it would be impossible to clean it. Not completely impossible, but very difficult. These are all listed up. It's very hard to look them up, but they are listed up anywhere between like $37 the whole way up to like $65. So I have no idea where this will land. I don't know what I'm going to price it at. We'll see. The market dictates what they're willing to pay for something. And so I'm going to be, putting it up on eBay, but I'm also going to cross-post it to a few other marketplaces. Probably, I don't know about Poshmark, but you never know. I could put it there. I'll just, see, what happens there. If it would sell there, I don't know. I doubt that's the marketplace for it. But it's definitely on Niknax, Niknax.net. I'm definitely going to be putting it on there because they do those paperweight shows all the time. They do paperweight trains where it might be 3-4 days of resellers or sellers just doing live sales, selling only paperweights. So there is quite a market of selling these over there. Lots of buyers, lots of collectors. Just because you're a reseller doesn't mean you're not also a collector. There's that too. So it's not just individual buyers buying the things over there. There's also people who collect certain things and they're always looking for it. And they know that resellers are out there sourcing and finding these items all across the entire country. And they can find what they're looking for. And then my last item is right here. I love picking up covered butter dishes of all brands. I do look for specific ones too, but I love this one with the fall leaves on it. We're out of fall now. We're in January here. And kind of paid up for it, $4.99. I almost didn't buy it because of that. But these are also listed up pretty dang high. I was like, because I was thinking, oh, that's probably only worth about $15, $20, I think it's not marked too. It's like unbranded. I did find one that was listed And on the bottom, it just, you know, it doesn't say who made it. It's just, I think something like dishwasher safe or something like that. Dishwasher microwave safe or something is what it says on the bottom. So I have no idea who makes it. And I paid $5 for it. So if I sold it for 15 or 20, I would be absolutely to the moon on that. That's a good flip. But everyone has them listed up way higher than that. They have them listed up between $25 and $35. And I'm like, you might be reaching. Although I do that sometimes on eBay because I know I'm going to run like, you know, a sale, or I'm going to give someone like a 20% off offer. You know, if somebody likes it, I'm shooting that offer off to them. So it's not under the realm that I'm thinking when it finally sells, it would probably be in that $15, you know, to $20 range. So I think I did really well with my really small haul here for just popping in. I have to bring these back upstairs. I just brought these down here, but now they're sold and I got to ship them out. I have to grab this item too. In fact, I have to grab a lot of items that sold last night on my live sale. Here's another item. I also sold the wooden dough bowl. Both of these items sold. Boy, I am just running around to get all of these sold. They're all in different places. So I hosted a few live sales with my afternoon tea themed items, and a couple of times it was a flop. It's like, is it a flip or is it a flop? It was a flop. That didn't discourage me. I just scheduled the show again and reran it, and I sold 11 items. The ones that you just saw me running around getting all over the place, those were from the Buy It Now. And then I also sold 4 items in the auction style, the live auction. If you ever want to watch one of my lives on Niknax.net, just register. Go to Niknax.net. I am on Android, so I have to go through Google and I type that in, and you can register to District. It's district.net. And then you pick the marketplaces that you want to be a part of and join that marketplace. And from there, you can watch all the lives. You can see all the items that are available in the marketplace itself. And if you want to purchase something, you have to make sure that you have your payment method updated in the app. And then you can actually bid on things or buy things out of the Buy It Now area. If you have an iPhone, you can just download the District app and then from there do the same thing that I just described for the Android people. I'm going to have to hurry up and clear off some of these items off the table so I can show you all the items that sold. I had somebody ask me, do you have any creamers and sugar sets? And I'm like, I do. They're all in the other room. I didn't have a chance to list them all. And I told her that, so I have to do that, get that listed up. So that'll be in a show. But the rest of these items, not only do I have to clear these off anyways, but I'm going to put them in the Buy It Now. So then I'm going to put them back into the shelves or wherever I can fit them up here in my emporium. And occasionally they'll be sprinkled in with my vintage variety shows in terms of live auctions or available in the Buy It Now. I cleared the table and then I put everything up on the table that I sold in that live sale last night, and then wrapped it all up and it's in boxes ready to go to the post office, and I forgot to film it. So let me just give you the numbers. My cost of goods on all 11 items was $31.83, and I sold them for $95 plus shipping. I also had a sale on Poshmark, not just all those Niknax items. And it is a baseball hat. It's the Disney one. Here is that Disney hat. It's got the sequins on it. It was probably the Disney Cruise Lines. Yes, the Disney Cruise Lines. So somebody might have bought that while they were on the boat. I paid $2.56 for it, and I sold it on Poshmark for $10 plus shipping. Please subscribe to my channel and put any comments down below.